So a few months ago, I went and saw The Disaster Artist in the cinema. I'd read the book already, so I was looking forward to seeing this. And even though I liked it, I definitely thought there was some room for improvement. Here's my review. Okay, so the first things I gotta point out are the major changes between the book and the movie. For example, Tommy Wiseau's backstory about him moving to France. Or when he left Greg for some unknown reason for a long period of time. Or the whole thing with the talented Mr. Ripley and how it actually inspired the room itself. In my opinion, these made Tommy's whole story much more important and really humanized someone who everyone looks at as a joke. People say the movie does this, but besides the part where he tells Greg he almost dies in a car crash, I really don't see this. There was also a lot of really entertaining parts in the book they left out. The part, for example, where the cast form a mob and demand better treatment, or when the actor who played Peter got a concussion on set, or even the dubbing. It should have at least been an hour longer. The whole film felt kinda like Ed Wood, but without quite as much heart. Anyway, I definitely recommend reading the book. It's really witty and surprisingly heartwarming. Okay, so I think just about everyone's pointed this out, but Dave Franco as Greg just didn't work for me. He just felt too plain and ordinary to be Greg Sestero, and not really relatable in any way. I know Dave's James Franco's brother and all, but maybe they should have gone with a different casting choice. Maybe someone who looked more like him. I don't know. James Franco, on the other hand, was great as Tommy in my opinion. It's the role he was born to play. Good job, James. Tommy would have been proud. I also personally like Josh Hutcherson as Denny, and Zac Efron as Chris Orr. I know people say these are just shameless plugins, which, yeah, sure is true, but I thought it worked. Especially because the room is so iconic, having big people for the recreation is only fitting. Besides from that, most of the other celebrities were just shameless placements to sell more tickets. So, yeah. Seth Rogen was good. I actually generally really liked the humor in the film, like the scene comparisons at the end, but I would have preferred it was more like the book, as in not a comedy. I can't help but feel they used humor to make up for lack of story. The scene towards the end where Tommy comes back into the laughing audience and tells them he meant to make his film stupid, yeah, that was funny, but in my opinion not very realistic. I think it would have been better if while the audience was laughing, James Franco runs out in shame. Several months later, Greg and Tommy run into each other and start reminiscing about being on set. Then Greg invites him to a party or whatever, and when Tommy arrives, a bunch of his fans are cheering him on to make a speech. James Franco goes up on stage and says, "I'm Tommy Wiseau and this is my life." And then it cuts to black. I don't know, that's just kind of what I think. In the end, The Disaster Artist is a pretty good film. It could have been a lot better, but it's still an enjoyable and uplifting experience. Go see it with your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever and have a good time. So that's my review, guys. Leave in the comments what you thought of the movie. And remember to thumbs up the video and subscribe for more hilarious content just like this. Praise God. And, wait, what the? Pablo? Get back to work. Sorry, Senor Buckley. So, yeah. Subscribe if you wanna. I don't care. It's not gonna fill my emptiness or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go write poetry and cut myself. Later, goobers. Is the camera still rolling? Pablo, I swear to God, if you don't come back here and turn off that fucking camera, I'll have you fucking deported by tomorrow morning. Now turn off that fucking camera.